Good morning, Joy friends, and welcome to Morning Joy Blogs with Cynthia. I hope I am the first to say Happy February. So welcome to a brand new month. Today is Tuesday, February the 1st, and we have a new Bible verse for the month of February, one for us to reflect on the entire month. And it comes from 1 Chronicles chapter 16, verse 11. And it says, "Look to the Lord and his strength. Seek his face always." So as we go through our morning devotions for the month of February, you will find this verse on the little thumbnail titles every morning for this month. Today's devotion is titled The First Stone, and our Bible verse for today comes from John chapter 8 verse 7. When they persisted in asking him, he straightened up and said to them, "He who is without sin among you, let him be the first to throw a stone at her." Jesus, only you were without sin, and only you never held anyone's sins against them. I, on the other hand, have a list of ways my loved ones could improve, and I have plenty of thoughts about even strangers I meet and people in the media. Lord, why is it so easy to see the sins of others, and why am I so eager to point them out? Have I never ignored my child, spent money I didn't have, or envied a neighbor's shiny new car? Yet even now, you do not hold this against me. You wait with love as I set down my rock, pick up my cross, and continue on my way. What a gracious, gracious God you are. My friends, our story that our Bible verse came from today was about a woman who was caught in the middle of adultery. And as she stood there with all her peers looking on, all the wives and husbands that knew her and the one whom she committed adultery with, they wanted to stone her. They felt she needed to be punished. And our Bible verse picks up and says, when they persisted in asking him, he straightened up and said to them, "He who is without sin among you, let him be the first to throw a stone at her." Do you think a stone was thrown that day? No. They probably dropped their rocks and split. Because you see, not one person in that story could stand there and say that they had not committed adultery, whether it be physically, whether it be in their mind, or in their heart. Not one of them was without sin. Whether it was adultery or not, none of us are without sin, because only one person ever walked the face of this earth and lived their life entirely without sin. Only one person was perfect, and that was Jesus. That was the one who stood before this woman and told these other people, "He who is among you without sin, let him be the first to throw the stone." Can you imagine it? Can you imagine the stones in their hands? Maybe some of them even had more than one stone. But can you imagine them dropping their rocks and finding excuses to get out of there? Ways to dismiss themselves? because they were not innocent. Today, we would be the ones dropping our rocks and splitting, because none of us are without sin. But God is a gracious, gracious God. He does not hold our sin against us. He waits with love for us to set our rocks down and pick up His cross. So, on this first day of February, on this Tuesday, I ask you, what stones do you need to put down? Put the stones down and pick up the cross. What stones do you need to put down? Have a great Tuesday, everyone. Hugs, hugs, hugs. And I will see you first thing in the morning. Bye.